so fast, and I'm gonna take you traveling the world. But I can love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'll give you all of what I've got. The fancy things, baby, I have not. Just gonna love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.
At Hunter's Element, we've got a combined boot design experience of around 25 years. We've been trying for a long time to really lift our boot game and bring something new and innovative to market that competes on a global scale. Recently had this opportunity to work with a new boot manufacturer that has been trained by European bootmakers and use the best materials and componentry available. I've been working on this project for well over 2 years now. As always, we started with an idea and a concept and we built on it from there. Gone through a lot of test samples, a lot of iterations of different concepts and designs, and throughout the whole process we've been testing all these samples we've had made. We've had Cody Weller in Marlborough testing this boot in the Marlborough High Country and down the Sounds in the Low Country as well. Cody hunts every day of the week. He's given the boots an absolute hiding. We've also had a pair tested by BJ Holdsworth up in Gisborne. BJ's a hunting guide. He put those boots through their paces up at his place, as well as down south on the west coast. BJ also tested these hunting in the Australian outback, hunting wild scrub bulls, and yeah, they did well in the desert as well. Michael Gibson, our pro team member in Australia, has also tested these. He's taken them on some pretty serious backpack hunts in the Victorian High Country for sambar, which is just another environment that we need to make sure our boots hold up in. And on top of all that, I've also been testing these boots myself, predominantly in the lower North Island, and they're great, comfortable boot, real good all-round workhorse hunting boot. So we wanted to design a heavy-duty, all-purpose hunting boot, something that can be used in the bush right up to the open tops and up into the alpine and in the snow as well. We started with a Vibram Savo sole. It's a pretty classic Vibram sole. It's self-cleaning when it comes to mud. It's got a really aggressive heel step, a nice open tread pattern, and a nice little kick at the toe which helps protect the toe of the boot. Got a PU midsole that provides lots of stability and cushioning. TPU heel block in here, and this is so that this boot can be used with semi-automatic crampons as well as the more generic strap style crampons. Full length nylon board in this boot. It's a tapered board, so it's much thicker at the heel end of the boot, tapering down gently to a slightly thinner, more flexible board through the ball of your foot. This allows you to flex through the ball of your foot so it doesn't feel like you're wearing ski boots. It lets you place your foot a little bit more carefully. The rigidity of the back end of the board provides awesome stability and really good torsional stability and strength. This combination in this board, it gives your foot a lot of stability going from the sole of your foot right up through your ankle into your lower leg. This helps to reduce fatigue, especially when you're up in a really alpine, rocky, harsh environment. You're not going to get as tired Your feet are going to be a lot sturdier, and you're going to be a lot safer as far as ankle injuries and that sort of thing are concerned. Gone with 2.5mm nubuck leather upper. We've included a rubber rand on this boot. This helps to protect the lower portion of the nubuck leather from scree and rocks. The rand is something that's really hard to put onto a boot successfully. They're stretched on like a rubber band, so they can be quite tricky to glue. Typically when you're hunting in a harsh alpine environment, especially in really uneven ground, lots of rock and scree, you tend to jam your feet down in between the rocks to give yourself a bit more stability. The rand's there, it's essentially another layer of protection to help those boots last a lot longer. We've developed our heaviest duty waterproof lining to date. A lot of people think it's the leather on a boot that makes it waterproof and keeps your feet dry. So what we have inside this boot is a seam sealed waterproof breathable sock. It's the most durable, most waterproof breathable sock we've used to date. It's a specific hydrofused membrane developed specifically for us. Your feet are your biggest asset when you're out in the mountains, so you've really got to look after them. Wet feet are soft feet, and they're most easily damaged. So ideally we want to keep our feet as dry and as comfortable as we can. This hydrofused membrane allows us to keep the water out and let the sweat out. We've used pressed steel lacing hardware, 3 lugs, ball bearing roller eyes. This makes it really easy to do the boots up in one pull. The next hooks above these are locking lace hooks. Now this allows you to lock the bottom half of your boot off and adjust that tension separately to the top half of your boot. So you can essentially zone lace your boots depending on how your feet fit or how you like to wear your boots. These locking lugs also stop the laces coming undone and loosening during the day, so once you've done them up in the morning you shouldn't really have to adjust the laces again throughout the day. We've been wanting to develop a really hardcore general purpose hunting boot for a long time. We wanted a boot that was going to be suitable for everything from the river valleys right up to the open tops and right into the snow country. And just recently one of our suppliers came to us and said that they had been trained by a European boot manufacturer. So we thought we'd jump on board on this, give them a little bit more education into what we require in footwear in New Zealand and Australia, and really capitalise on that better quality workmanship, materials and fittings. So after all this time and effort, the serious amount of testing we've gone through, the trial and error, I'm really confident that this boot represents extremely good value for money. It's a boot that won't let you down, general purpose hunting boot that will do everything you need, no matter where you're hunting. You know, we've had this opportunity, we thought, yeah, we'll jump on board with that.